Part 1. The House That Breathed at Night. When Ethan moved into the old countryside house, he expected peaceful silence, warm sunlight, and a place to heal after losing both parents in one tragic year. Instead, the house greeted him with a cold draft, a faint smell of damp wood, and a strange stillness, as if it were listening. The only presence that made the place feel like home was Max, his loyal German shepherd. Max had been with Ethan since college, protective, intelligent, fiercely loyal. They understood each other without words. But from the very first night, Max sensed something Ethan couldn't. The dog refused to enter the hallway after sunset. He growled at empty corners. He sat in front of Ethan's bedroom door every night, staring at the darkness as if expecting someone, or something, to appear. Ethan tried to laugh it off. New house, new smells, he told himself. But on the third night, Max suddenly sprang onto Ethan's bed, snarling toward the corner of the room. His fur bristled, teeth bared. The growl came deep, low, nothing like his usual playful bark. Ethan switched on the lamp. The corner was empty. But the air felt wrong. Heavy. Cold. Max stepped forward, barking into the emptiness, then jumped back as if something struck him. Ethan's heart pounded. "What is it, boy?" he whispered. Max's eyes were fixed on something Ethan couldn't see. Something that didn't belong. That night, the walls creaked as if someone walked inside them. A slow, dragging sound. The lights flickered. Whispers brushed the edge of Ethan's hearing. And Max never slept. He stood guard, glaring into the dark. Part 2. The Spirit in the Shadows. The haunting intensified. Doors shut on their own. Objects moved inches across tables. Cold spots lingered like invisible figures. Max was always first to react. He would suddenly bark at the ceiling, growl at the basement door, stand between Ethan and the hallway, refusing to let him pass. Ethan became exhausted from sleepless nights and constant tension. One stormy evening, thunder rattled the windows. Max paced nervously, eyes locked on the basement door. The house seemed awake. The door slowly creaked. Ethan froze. No wind. No draft. Just an unseen force. Max snarled and lunged forward, placing himself between Ethan and the darkness below. "Stay behind me, boy," Ethan whispered, though he knew Max wouldn't. Together they descended the stairs. The deeper they went, the colder it became. Their breath fogged in the air. At the bottom stood an old workbench, dust-covered and untouched for decades. A single journal lay on top. Ethan opened it. 3 words chilled him. He never left. A sudden, sharp crack echoed. The basement light flickered, and a tall, dark silhouette manifested at the far wall. A figure. Human-shaped. But featureless, hollow, unnatural. Ethan gasped. Max launched himself forward, teeth snapping at empty air, yet somehow making contact. The shadow recoiled, letting out a sound that froze Ethan's blood. A shrill, twisting gasp. The figure lunged toward Ethan. Max intercepted, barking wildly. Ethan ran upstairs, calling desperately. "Max! Come on!" But Max didn't move. He stood at the foot of the stairs, facing the shadow, protecting Ethan. Part 3. Between this world and the next. The house became hostile. Every hallway seemed darker. Every sound sharper. The shadow's presence grew stronger, moving freely now, sliding under doors, appearing in mirrors, whispering Ethan's name with a cold voice that wasn't human. Ethan felt the spirit wanted him. Why? He didn't know. But Max did. One night, Ethan awoke to the weight of someone sitting at the edge of his bed. He couldn't breathe, paralyzed. A dark, icy pressure spread across his chest. A whisper right at his ear. "You don't belong here, but I'll take what does." Max burst into the room, teeth bared, eyes blazing with fury. The paralysis broke. Ethan gasped for air. The spirit formed into a towering silhouette, darkness rippling off it like smoke. Max charged, forcing the entity back, barking with a desperation Ethan had never heard. The spirit hissed, and the room trembled. Ethan tried to grab Max. "No! Max, stay with me! Come back!" But Max didn't listen. He pushed the spirit into the hallway, each bark echoing with raw courage. Lights shattered. Doors slammed open. Wind howled through the house as if reality itself bent around the battle. They reached the basement door, wide open. The spirit lunged for Ethan. Max leaped in front of him, and the two tumbled down the stairs. Finale, a hero's goodbye. Ethan scrambled down, breathless and terrified. Max. The basement was freezing. Mist swirling across the floor like fog. The spirit was dissolving, the shadows peeling away like burned paper. Max stood weakly, chest rising and falling shallowly, his fur frost covered. He had absorbed the entity's final strike. A blow meant for Ethan. Ethan fell to his knees, pulling Max into his arms. "Please, boy, please stay with me." Max looked up at him with tired, loving eyes. He nuzzled Ethan's hand one last time, then exhaled softly, and didn't breathe again. The darkness faded. The house fell silent. Warmth returned. The spirit was gone, banished by the only one who could see it. The only one brave enough to fight it. His loyal friend. Epilogue, the sound on the stairs. Weeks passed. One quiet night, Ethan sat on the porch, staring at the stars. The house behind him creaked softly. Not with fear. With familiarity. Then he heard it. Soft footsteps. Gentle. Paws on wooden stairs. The same rhythm Max always had. Ethan closed his eyes. A small smile formed on his lips. "Thank you, boy," he whispered. And inside the house, something warm and loyal lingered. A presence not of fear, but of love. Max never left. Just like he never let Ethan face the darkness alone.